making this sort of a change, it requires, as my good friend C.K. Prahalad used to say, it requires being both commissar and guru. In other words, like the guru, you have to start with the fundamental principles about empowerment, transparency, meritocracy, natural leadership, and so on. So, if you're going to redesign a management system, a management structure to create leaders everywhere, you got to start with the big principles. Then ultimately, you have to be the commissar and knowing what little lever you'll pull where to make that happen. And the way I tend to think about this is starting with those principles, and the ones that are important to building a company of natural leadership is around meritocracy, information, accountability. And then you look at every single information process, resource allocation process, planning process, hiring, promotion. You say, how do we start to embed those principles in every one of these processes? So instead of moving decisions up to where people have expertise, we're going to move expertise down to people close to the front lines, which is, of course, what 40 years ago, what Toyota did when they trained frontline employees in statistical process control and Pareto analysis. We're going to take away the quality inspectors and the quality control. We're going to embed that in the organization. So I need the information. I need to be trained to make the right kind of choices. I need to be held accountable for those choices. Another company that practices, I think, a great form of leaders everywhere, which is Whole Foods, where small teams in each of these Whole Food stores really are running their own P&L and have a lot of decision-making authority. One of the reasons that works, though, is that they are held accountable for really very challenging targets, and if you hit those targets, the bonus is in next week's paycheck. So you start to ask, all right, if people have all the information they need, if they've been trained to have those business skills, if there's a very short feedback cycle between your decisions and rewards, how much bureaucracy do I really need? So there are preconditions here. This is not some romantic thing of, let's just give everybody more power, because that's probably chaos. But if we equip them, give them information, make them accountable to their peers, shorten the feedback cycles, then I think you can push a lot of that authority down in organizations.